Hello guys, welcome back to another video of mine. This is your match review for Krasnodar 0, Chelsea 4 in the Champions League on Wednesday night. Now, this is a bit of a late review, so I do apologise for that. Just been in work the last couple of nights. I'm in again today in a couple of hours, but I wanted to get this out. And I've been on the late shift, so I've been coming home at like 10:30, 11. So I haven't really had time nor the energy to do the video. So I wanted to get it out today. So I hope that's all right with you guys, and we can get on with this video. So as I said, this is the review for the game, and it was win, I think. I don't think any of us would have expected to have lost or drawn that game. You know, we're quite clearly the better side, stronger squad. Everything was in our favour, so it would have been pretty embarrassing if we didn't win the game. And we managed to do that, but it wasn't without a couple of scares and a couple of hairy moments throughout that game. So I'm going to run you through the starting 11. Now it was a stronger starting 11 than what I was thinking. I think in my predicted lineup I got kind of the majority of them right, but there was still a couple of players in there that I thought wouldn't play that did play. So in goal was Edouard Mendy, right back was Azpilicueta. We actually went with a 4-2-3 formation, which is what I wanted to see, so I was pleased with that. So right back was Azpilicueta. Two centre backs were Kurt Zouma and Antonio Rudiger. Now Antonio Rudiger played his first game of the season, obviously replacing Thiago Silva, who was rested. And then left back was Ben Chilwell. The three midfield, it was Jorginho, Kovacic and Kai Havertz. Jorginho being obviously the deep lying midfielder, the regista will we say, and then Kovacic and Havertz as the more advanced of the three in midfield. And then the three attacking players, so it was Callum Hudson-Odoi on the right, Hakim Ziyech started his first game on the right, and then Timo Werner up front. So it was a very strong side. Which was good to see. You know, obviously we wanted to try and win the game and kill the game off as quickly as possible, but we didn't do that. The first half was a bit sloppy, a bit I think we just expected to turn up and win, which we've done a couple of times, in the past, and we usually get punished for that. But thankfully, we managed to get the job done in the second half this time around. But there were a couple of moments in that game where I thought we played as if we just expected to win. We expected to just turn up to Russia and just win the game comfortably. I know we did in the end, but three of our four goals came in the last 15 minutes, so it wasn't as easy or straightforward as the scoreline suggested. I do think the 4-0 flattered us, so I don't want people to get too overconfident and too overhyped about that 4-0 scoreline, because there was a couple of moments in there where I was getting a bit frustrated and a bit worried about how we were playing. But yeah, no, the first half was now I wasn't able to watch the game live. As I said, I was in work, but I did manage to catch the highlights and watch the majority of the game once I got home. And the first half was we did kind of dominate the possession. Missed a penalty as well, which I'm going to discuss about penalties in a short while. But there wasn't without Krasnodar having their chances. They did test Mendy a couple of times. I think Mendy made one very good save at his far post to tip it wide. They had a couple of kind of half chances as well, but it was a lot more than they should have got. We should have been in complete control of that game and not giving them a sniff. Second half, we went 1-0 up at half-time, just before half-time, and Callum Hudson-Odoi scored. It was an absolute shocker from the goalkeeper, though. He'd be kicking himself, and I'm sure he's still disappointed a couple of days later how he let that one in. It was such a routine save for him, and he just let it go through him. It was good build-up play between Havertz and Hudson-Odoi. It's not the first time they've done that. I remember they combined for a goal at West Brom. But once we went in winning, I think we needed to go in with a lead at half time, even just a slender one, because if we'd gone in at 0-0, would have been getting a bit worried, and a few nerves would have probably creeped in from both the fans and the players. So it was very important that we went in with a lead. And no matter how it came, it was just important that we got it, and it was obviously probably one of our scrappiest goals of the season. But hey, we'll take it. Second half came out, and we came out very poor, very sloppy. In fact, Krasnodar were the better side, had a couple of chances. They hit the crossbar as well, which could have easily gone in. If that goes in, it's 1-0, and it's a completely different game. But I think what worked in our favour was Krasnodar were obviously pushing and trying their hardest to get a goal and to try and, take the game to us. And credit to them, they're obviously the underdogs, not only in this game, but in this group. And they're trying their hardest to impose themselves on the big boys, like whether it's us or Sevilla in this group. And I just think that came back to haunt them a little bit. They ran out of energy, and we just kind of took control in the last kind of 15-20 minutes. We went 2-0 up after we won another penalty. Sorry, we got a penalty in the first half as well, which Jorginho missed. I think that's his second penalty miss of the season, after the one he missed against Liverpool. But the second time round, Jorginho had been substituted, so he wasn't able to take it. So Timo Werner took it. Absolutely no mistake. Rifled it into the roof of the net. How you should take a penalty. So that was 2-0. Then it was 3-0 and Hakim Ziyech got his first Chelsea goal, which is great to see. That will do him the world of good. His confidence will be really up after that goal. And then it was 4-0 just on 90 minutes when Christian Pulisic also got his first goal of the season. So it was great to see some new faces get on the score sheet like Ziyech, and some players who've come back from injury and settling in, the likes of Werner and Pulisic getting goals as well. So 4-0. Comfortable scoreline. The result kind of flattered us a little bit, but hey, I'll take it. Away win in the Champions League is always nice. We're underway in the group. We're on 4 points from 2 games, so that's good to see. Now, I wanted to get into discussion of the penalties. Now, as I mentioned, we got 2 penalties the other night. We missed one and scored one. Jorginho missed the first one we got in the first half. And it's opened up a bit of a debate among Chelsea fans about who should be our penalty taker. Now, I'm going to give my take on it. So I know Jorginho has been our designated penalty taker for, the guts of 2 years now. Hazard was our penalty taker when he was here. Jorginho signed in 2018, so this is Jorginho's 3rd season at Chelsea. He wasn't the first choice penalty taker when we had Eden Hazard. Hazard was our first choice. Jorginho, he took a couple. I remember him taking one in his first game. I remember him taking one in the shootout against Man City in the Carabao Cup final, which he missed. And I remember him taking one against Eintracht Frankfurt in the Europa League semi-final, which he scored. But ever since that season, he's been our first choice penalty taker. He was all through last season, and he has been so far this season. Now, I know people will say he has a decent record from the spot, which he does, but he does miss quite a few as well. And I know anyone can miss a penalty, but you want a penalty taker that 9 times out of 10 is going to score. Look at Bruno Fernandes, for example, at Manchester United. Look at James. Well, I know James Milner doesn't start for Liverpool, but whenever he would be their designated penalty taker, and almost every penalty I see James Milner take, he scores. We need that. And my personal opinion is I don't think Jorginho is the right penalty taker for Chelsea. I think his run-up, his kind of very relaxed style of taking it, doesn't give me confidence, and I think gives the keepers a bit of a chance. Whereas if you look at Timo Werner's penalty, for example, the other night, just put his foot through it, smashed it into the roof of the net. How you should take a penalty. You're 12 yards out with a goalkeeper to beat. I don't know why people try to be fancy with it and kind of do these like Panenka penalties or just rolling it in. Yeah, it's all well and good if it works, but if you just try a little like P-roller penalty into the far corner and the keeper just picks it up, you look like an idiot. So I do think we need someone like Werner who will just put his foot through it and smash it in, and giving the keeper no chance. We need that. So I do think that from now on, Timo Werner should be our penalty taker. I really do think so. But that's just my opinion. If anyone agrees, disagrees, you can let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, that's that kind of that Jorginho penalty miss the other night and Werner scoring opened up a big can of worms in regards to that situation. So that's my opinion on it. I would like to see Werner be our designated penalty taker from now on. So yeah, I think that's all for this video, guys. A good win. What was it? It was a decent performance. It wasn't brilliant. It was decent. So hopefully the fact that we won will give us confidence now, and we need to start picking up wins. It's crucial. And as I said, up next is we have Burnley away tomorrow. That is. So I'm looking forward to that game, and hopefully we can start being a bit more consistent, which has been a big problem for us ever since Lampard took charge. So hopefully we can start picking up a couple of wins. So anyway, guys, that's all for this video. If you did enjoy it, please drop it a like and subscribe if you're new around here or you enjoy the content. And as I said, I will have the review for the Burnley game out tomorrow morning. So I'll see you then, guys, and take care.